Well, hello everyone. How are y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing good. Trying to still get everything set up. Hang tight for a second. Let's see. Woo, that was blinding me. Okay. Thank y'all for being here. We got a small house this evening. I tell you, I ended up taking a nap, so I didn't get to go earlier. Now I'm just still tired and sleepy. Well, hello, Brown Eyes Girls. How you? Hi, TJ. Nana. Hello, Nana Dragonfly. Love you so big. Hi, Just Jen. Hope you're well. Hi, Diana. Hi, Peggy. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. Well, um, you took a nap too. Oh. Oh goodness, Peggy, it's getting cold here in East Texas. It is getting cold. Hey, Blue Eyes Jewel, how you doing? I hope your headache's better. Hi, Reach for the Sky. Thank you for being here. I was just so tired. And after church, we had a luncheon, and of course, good old church food, yum. Got my belly full, come home, laid down, and I was watching the football game and I crashed. Oh, hi, Diana. Not liking the cold. Yeah, that's me. I don't sleep well at night. I'm up late, 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 late. I have an uncle that lives up outside of Fort Worth, and he and I text usually around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It must be a family thing, we've decided. So, yeah, today we're down in the low 30s right now. Tomorrow evening, the moisture from the Gulf will be coming up, and we're expecting, they say, between 3 to 8 inches of snow tomorrow. So that's big for us. Very big. Usually it's just above us that gets the snow. But all the way down to Galveston, down on the coast, they're supposed to be getting some snow. 19 in Ontario. Oh my goodness. It's 23 in Alabama, or Alabama. Why did I say Alabama, TJ? It's 23 in Arkansas. Man. Yeah, we're just going to get right below the freezing, and we're going to stay there for a couple of days. And the girls are already excited. Yeah, Brown Eye Girls. They canceled school here, so they're super excited. Oh, I bet it's fun to see the snow on the beach. That would be amazing to see. I have already, because we're going to get ice along with the snow and everything. And you're about 33. That's about where we're at. Is right at 33. But I saw on, I think it was Facebook, I was scrolling through, and it showed if you have like icicles or anything, type of bigger pieces of ice of any sort. This one lady laid out like a garbage bag, put all the ice on there. They did it outside. They got paintbrushes and they got watercolors. And my granddaughter's already brought me her watercolor. She's doing pink. So you paint the icicles or the ice and everything outside. It dries really fast. And then they can put them in the ground or lay them across their porch or something just to decorate it. They are so excited to do that. So I kind of hope we get some ice. We're not going nowhere, so I'm good with ice if we need a little ice. Oh, yeah. Lots happening, huh? We'll go over it. I've got the video, I've got the pictures and everything, so we'll go over it for sure. There was one I needed to get. But I was going to also, before we got too carried away, I was going to play the Fox interview with Katie and Chris as well. I told y'all we were going to play it, and I keep forgetting to play it. So I wanted to play that. And then I have another one that we're going to play that is very surprising to me. But let's go ahead and play that Fox interview real quick. Hello, Guidance. How are you doing? Let's see. Did anybody else sneak in here on me? I don't think so. Oh, we got just Jen. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So I'm going to have a small group tonight. I know Justin's live and a couple of other different people are live as well, but I took a nap, so I'm sorry. But here we go with this real quick. It's not very long, and so we're going to play this. And this was done 1 month after Sebastian was missing.
So this morning, the search for a missing autistic teen gone for more than a month now, growing more frantic. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers has not been seen since he left his Tennessee bedroom barefoot with a flashlight. Joining us now, Sebastian's parents, Katie and Chris Proudfoot. Katie and Chris, thanks so much for joining the program this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. So, Ms. Proudfoot, you put him.
You notice, even with her being far away, you can see that one side of her face just puffed out. And the other side is very slim. And that's not her normal profile. Something definitely happened to cause her face to swell up only on one side.
In the bed, you heard some noises in there. You told him to knock it off. You got up the next morning, and you haven't seen him since. Where do you think your son is right now?
Honestly, we don't know where he is. But now we haven't found any substantial evidence to locate where he's been or where he went. That's why we're pleading for help for anyone out there that might know something or see something that could help us find him.
Ms. Proudfoot, was Sebastian a runner? Did he have a history of running away from school or running away from home anytime before?
No, he didn't have a history of running.
Mr. Proudfoot, you're about, I think, 3 hours away. And then you got the call about what happened and you made your way home. You've agreed to a polygraph. You have been ruled as a suspect. What do you make of some of the criticism of some people online, some critics saying that they think that you're involved?
It's their personal opinion. It's sad that people have resulted to this kind of rhetoric and verbiage and harassment, but you know, at the end of the day, it's their opinion, but the truth will come out, and then when it does, everybody will finally have their answers.
Ms. Proudfoot, did your son Sebastian have any friends that you think, did he have a cell phone? Had he made any type of contact?
Not that we know of.
Ms. Proudfoot, you did decide to leave the home and you went to go see your husband, which I said is about 3 hours away. And some people have said that, you know, you have an autistic son who's missing. Why would you leave the home? Can you give us some insight on why?
There are a few reasons. We are posting flyers every direction we can, but at the same time, there were quite a bit of people that were, you know, sending some very threatening and hateful messages to us. They're following us. They're driving past our house all hours of day and night, disturbing the neighborhood and the neighborhood is very upset, concerned, and people are worried about their safety at this point. So one of the reasons that I did that is in the hopes that if we left for a couple of days, that it might calm that down and give our neighbors a little bit of reprieve as well.
A quick follow-up, Mrs. Proudfoot. His biological father has said that he doesn't believe that he would have been barefoot because of the traumatic experience that he had stepping in a pile of ants. But you think he left barefoot. Why are you so confident that he didn't have any shoes on or anything like that?
Because all of his
shoes have been accounted for. As far as now, all of our shoes have been accounted for, mine and my wife's at this point. So, I mean, there is no other answer as to what he would have been wearing at this point.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much for joining us on the program. Now, our number one concern is to get Sebastian home back to y'all. We're going to put the number up for anyone that has any information on if you've seen Sebastian. Call 1-800-TBI. That's the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. TBI find. We'll put up the timeline. If you were in any of these areas, we hope that you'll reach out to the number. Katie and Chris, thanks so much for joining our program this morning.
Thank you so much for your discussions work.
Okay, so what did y'all think? That was just a little. Can y'all hear me? Thank you, Justin. Can y'all hear me talking? Okay, thank you. I unplugged my big microphone so I could get this one file transferred over. But hey, Fred, how you doing? I went to go send you that file that I want to send you, and now I can't remember where I put it. So I'm still looking for it, but I tried. So I'll get it to you, I promise, Fred. Hope you're good. So we saw that video. Of course, you know, Chris is going to talk over her. And nothing new. But that was very interesting, to say the least. And I thought it would be just something I could show y'all. That way y'all know where it came from and get it taken care of. I got these other two that I'm going to show you here in just a second. There's two videos I'm going to show you. Oh, Diana, she knows. She knows. Yes. Okay, let me take this. Okay. I'm all downloaded, but I didn't. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I think it was kind of obvious, just the look. There was something that happened. Hey, Rhonda. You're good. Thanks for coming. Okay, so that was that. Now I am going to pull up another clip that I'm going to let y'all listen to, which happened about probably about 1 week after Sebastian went missing. And it was a news article, or the news, you know, the TV station did a little news clip on it or whatever. But I want you to hear the words. You know, we've talked about what day did he go missing, because according to Katie, she was the last one to see him. And I can't find it now, guys. I don't know what is happening. I think I need a new phone because nothing is being loaded onto my phone. It's insane. But there's a news article or a news interview. They have the reporter on scene. It's about a weekend. And she says Sebastian went missing on the 26th. He was last seen, her words, I wanted to play it for you, but her words, he was last seen walking out of his front door. That was what she said. He was last seen walking out of his door. Let me see if this is it here. Yes, okay. Okay. It's got put in a different folder. Hang on, let me get it pulled up, guys, and we're going to let y'all listen to this, because if he was seen walking out of his front door, I want to know where that came from, where that video footage is at. What the heck? There's so much about the 25th. That's when his mother put him to bed. Supposedly, she should have been the last person to see him. But obviously, there's questions because they have him on the folders and everything, or the flyers, as being missing on the 26th. Okay, I'm going to pull this back. Get ready to go here. Okay, guys, let's listen to this. Can y'all see that? I guess it pulled it up, huh? Did y'all see everything I was trying to do? Lord help me. Okay, here we go.
This is a News 2 breaking news alert.
And I want to start with this breaking news. The Sumner County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing teenager this morning. News 2's Jaxie Pigeon joins us live from Hendersonville with the latest efforts. Jaxie, multiple emergency crews right now searching for this teen.
That's right, Mark. It's all hands on deck here. As you can see behind me, there's so many agencies. I was just told that we have THP, TBI, City of Hendersonville, there's teams there, as well as here we're at the Shackle Island Fire Department. They believe he was last seen at midnight walking out of his house. Because of his mental illness, they do believe that he walked out, but they have nothing to verify that just yet. They've been going door to door. Now, they do think that he had a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants on last night as well. We're going to pull up a picture of him really quick so you can see Sebastian. He's described as 5 feet 5 inches tall, who's weighing about 120 pounds and has dirty blonde hair. And then we have a map here coming up with the deputies searching several miles in this area of Beach and Shackle Island near Long Hollow Pike. Like I said, they are going door to door, and they believe he did walk out of his house because of his mental illness. They said he likes to fish. We're learning more. I just got that update just a few minutes ago. So we'll keep you updated as we learn more here. But if you do see Sebastian Rogers or know anything about where he may be, you're asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. That number is 615-451-3838. For now, in Hendersonville, Jaxie Pigeon, News 2.
Okay. Can someone explain to me why this child would go walking out of his door, away from his home at midnight because of his special needs? That does not make sense to me at all. But that's what she said. Around midnight, he went walking out of his house because of his special needs. Yeah, Cat B. She don't know what she's talking about. Yeah. This is information 1 week after he went missing, just 1 week. And this is information that's being put out there. Because of his special needs, he went walking out of his house at midnight. It's not something that he normally did. That's what both parents have told us. But here's this news person saying he went walking out of his home. He was seen walking out of his home, away from his home at midnight due to his special needs. Questions all the way around with that one. Who saw him walk out of his house at midnight? Who knows the time was midnight? And what does his special needs have to do with him walking away at midnight? Guys, this is part of that crap that we have to deal with. That is part of this BS stuff that keeps just muddling up this case. And I would not doubt it if someone intentionally told that news reporter that he went walking out of his house at midnight or around midnight. And if they ask why he left, well, you know, he has special needs. I could see that conversation. Lisa. Oh, not that one. Hang tight, hang tight. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that so much. Guys, if y'all were gifted a membership from Lisa, please make sure you tell it. Thank you so much. We appreciate her so much. And this will be a little louder than what I wanted it to be, but this is a little something I put together for when we have new members. So, welcome to the South, guys.
Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. Can I get a break and get down? Welcome to the South.
Hope y'all like that. I'm too honest. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. That is so sweet. I appreciate you. Well, if I can get up to you. This chat's moving. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. That was so very kind. Justice for Sebastian. Thanks, Mary. I'm glad y'all like that. That is one of my favorite singers. His name is Dave Finley. And y'all should check him out if you like country music. He is a good old boy. Where I'm at is his hometown. We've had him at several of our festivals. He would come and play for us. Super great guy. And I was listening to some of his songs the other night, and I'm like, I'm going to play this. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for it, but I'll just have to get in touch with him and get an okay from him, maybe. But yeah, he's a good guy. And I thought, this is perfect. Welcome to the South. But welcome, everybody. Hi, Reality. Hi, Sandra. How are you doing? Hi, Deanna. How are you? And Elaine. Goodness. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Brandy and Star. Thank y'all for coming in. I really appreciate everybody coming. Is today I'm Too Honest's birthday? What? Happy birthday! We need to get us a birthday song because this girl ain't gonna sing. There was a time when my best friend, her husband, sang all the time, and we were singing. Oh goodness, what were we singing? I don't remember what it was, but we were singing a song in the kitchen, me and him. Woo, we were getting it all the way up as loud as we could push that volume up in our bellies, just pushing that music out. and we were singing. Her little girl come in and said, Mama, why are they biting in there? It's like, yeah, I'm not going to be a singer. So, but it was good. It was fun. So that's all that counted. Hello, hello. Welcome. And y'all tell I'm too honest for this. Happy birthday. So, Lady for Justice. Look at there. We got a new lollipop. Okay, we got to play our song again. Hang tight, guys. And Lady Justice, Lady for Justice, welcome to the South.
I'm on my own, and I could end up in jail.
Sorry, that was Don Wells. We don't want you to go to jail, Lady Justice.
Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a right and get down? Welcome to the South.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. I'm too honest. Look at her. She gifted 10. Was it 10? Let me get up here. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm too honest. Thank you for that. I do appreciate you so much. Guys, we're growing over here. We're growing. Do y'all want me to play the song again for the new 10 lollipops? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the South. Yeah, tell her how much I appreciate that. Tiffany's a Texas girl. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I'm excited to grow this channel and get it going and just play the song. Okay, here we go. To our new 10 lollipops. Welcome to the South.
Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a right and get down? Welcome to the South.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. We need some thumbs up, guys. We need some thumbs up. Hey, long cool woman. Welcome today. Thanks for being here. That's right. I'm too honest. Bring Sebastian home most of all. You know, and we have people that are out there working, right? There's a lot of people behind the scenes. A lot of people out doing insane and all this stuff. We got Hong now, who is on a roll. Well, he just posted, and we're going to watch that. Hong was paid a visit. Let me see here. Let me go back. Let me get it pulled up here. So, yeah, he was paid a visit today. And, you know, I don't understand how people can actually think that you can do something nefarious, but you're going to get caught on camera. It's almost a bet. It's almost a sure thing. So I don't know. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this. Let me put this, I'm going to put this up real quick here. Hong said, this is what he said. No, that's not it. There it is. All the black writing looks the same till I pull it up. Says this guy, he came and tried to intimidate me away from Sebastian Rogers' case. This added with the people saying they will behead and kill us. Makes you wonder, why go to these links? Behead and kill. That, guys, I don't care what side you're on, but that takes it to a whole different level. It's uncalled for. It's ridiculous. And people that threaten that in any manner or fashion whatsoever should be locked away. And here we will see Hong's house. Here we go. There's no volume to this. Let's make it a little bigger. And here we go. Do you see the white truck? Someone getting out of it. This is Hong's house. This is the side of his yard. People are bold. They are very bold to walk around a person's home. Looking very close, checking things out. And I don't understand why they would think that they would not be caught on cameras. Okay, now, let's see if I can scoot over. No, let's go back the other way. See if it'll go the other way. Oh, for those of you who do not know, the address is not the one we're looking at, but that empty lot right there belongs to Danny Guy, who is Kathy Bowersock's brother. And the silos have been mentioned several times. They have not been searched. Kathy Bowersock lives just right past the silos and over towards the right of this picture. Okay, here we go. Now, this is from the front of his house. See the door open? There goes a person walking down beside his house, which we just saw happen. And then you'll see him come back here in just a second and get in the truck. Guys, this is insane, crazy. What is the purpose and go into someone's home after you have threatened them, said you would behead them, kill them. And there's a good look at the truck. Isn't that something? There's people inside the truck, looks like. No, Lady for Justice, threats will not make us back off. So, isn't that something? Nice white Dodge Ram. You're correct. Correct. So, anyways, that. And then when he put out the threats after that video, let me share with you pictures he put out of those who were, I'm assuming, part of the threat. Mr. Shillfisher. Not sure who this is. Not real sure. Does anybody recognize the next one? I just don't know who this would be. The first one was SF. SF with the filter. And then who would this be? She goes from somber to smiling. Oh, I'm sure the plate number was retrieved. Yes. Are they all Fisher? If it's not all him, I would have to say they definitely look alike. All of them. And that's something. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. But that's what got put out. I don't know if somebody added a filter to him or what. I just know they look a lot alike. Looks like gray hues, maybe so. I don't know, guys. Is that Chloe? I don't know if it's Chloe. I never saw a picture of Chloe. Looks like SF's dad. That's kind of what I thought. And then I thought, oh my God, if that ain't his sister, then that's got to be him. Because they all look very, very much alike. It's crazy. Crazy. Tiffany. Well, I'm glad we can make you laugh today, Tiffany. Oh, yeah. The nose. Yeah, Daisy May. The nose was spot on for all three. I don't know if that was Crimson Tide, Angela. It could have been. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to what anybody over there looks like. I don't know. But that's what's being put out, folks. That's what's being put out. Someone definitely looking like one of the pictures there was walking beside Hong's house and in his backyard. And that's something. And what's the purpose? Trying to do like they did with the Cajun Navy? United Cajun Navy's there working and doing their best to find Sebastian. They've been known to help and to do good things. They're very, very reputable. Yeah, why do they all have the same glasses? No, yeah, it makes you think, huh? But the Cajun Navy got booted out. They got pushed away because they were doing what was right and what was good, and they were getting too close, in my opinion. You did, Caroline? Well, hello to everybody that's come in. I appreciate y'all being here so much. Yeah, that's a thing, Bubble Beth. Who knows if it's just, yeah, who knows? It's crazy. Who knows? He is Brianna's world. I agree with you 100% on that. And we've got a lot of proof to prove it. She said, I think SF is disgusting. He's making a mockery of Sebastian's case. You know, but it's not just him. Oh, I keep trying to get off of one and chat keeps moving. But, you know, it's not just, we listened last night to Elevated Truth. We know what is happening with those creators. We heard them tell a story, and then he makes a comment, allegedly, because we don't know that for sure. And she says, well, allegedly. But she had already put it out there as proof. And if no one's there on her channel to correct her, that's version of what she feels is going out as truth. He even said that they're given information to put out by the mother and the stepfather. So it's crazy. But then the background in their glasses are the same. Yep. But did he do that, dress up that way, or did somebody else dress him up that way as a filter type thing? I don't know. I really don't. Hey, Jilly. You're good. You're good. Yes, that is what's being said. There's a channel that put out that Faith saw her father, Mr. Chris, hit Seth. Now, I don't know the details, so I can't speak a lot on it because I'm sure that it's happened. I would not doubt it while she's been there or on the phone or something, but I don't know. I did not watch that and go over it, so I can't really say a lot. I don't know. Yes, everyone be safe out there with this freeze coming. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, he hit Sebastian. Did I say Seth? Sorry, guys. Sorry, yes. Faith supposedly saw her father hit Sebastian. Yes. In your opinion. You know, it's freezing in Dallas. Tiffany, I'm down probably about 2.5 hours from you and up in Dallas area and down south, East Texas, and it's cold out there. Show them again. What are we showing them? The pictures? Is that what y'all want to see? Yeah. So I'll probably play it tomorrow. Okay, I'll show the pictures again. It is too cold. It's very cold. Okay, guys, here's the pictures that Hong put out. Okay. Now he did the video of someone walking across the side of his house and around to his backyard area and back into a white truck. Then he shows the front camera that plays a white truck coming in. We see this person get out, walk down the side, get back in, and leave. And then he puts that, not that one. I did that again. Here we go. This guy, he came and tried to intimidate me away from Sebastian Rogers' case. This added with the people saying they will behead and kill us makes you wonder, why go to these links? Then he puts out this picture. Note the glasses, the background, the nose, and the chin really stood out to me as well. Then he puts out this one. That does look a lot like him in an older person. Same type of glasses. And then we get this picture. Same type of glasses, nose and chin. Oh, she smiles here. See the smile? Shield Fisher has about basically the same smile. Same glasses. Same glasses. So, I don't know. I don't know if it was somebody that made those. I don't know if he dressed himself up and made him look that way. I don't know. Yeah, the glasses is a dead giveaway. I don't know. I don't know. It might be Chloe. I know she worked well with that side. So, very well could be. I don't know. I think the second one would probably be his father. Yeah. And like TJ had told me, that could be Hong messing with him. Because those were what Hong put out there. I really feel like all the things that he's putting out about Chris, Katie, the Bauer Sox, all that, he's pushing buttons. There are 3 pics of Sebastian out. They were photoshopped. Yes. Yes. It's been said that he is the person who put out the Photoshop pictures of Sebastian. And it's sad. Oh my gosh. So I really don't know. I can't say on it or anything because I'm not an expert. I don't know. But we do know that there are people working on the other side, and they don't want people to be involved. Yes, he was threatened with a gun. That's what I've heard. Oh, goodness. Or Taylor, now you're sick. You go take care of yourself. Don't wear yourself down because your son definitely needs you. I have seen pictures where bruises were added to the picture. It's just crazy. There was one picture that they took the background and put him in a whole different background, and his hair was blurred and pieces were missing. So, hi, D May. Hey, D May May. How are you doing? Oh, it's crazy. But once again, why? Why, and why? There is Sebastian Rogers, who is 16 years old. He has autism. He is a high functioning autistic child, but at the same time, he does have a chromosome deletion, which has a pocket of fluid pushing against his brain. He's missing. No one knows where he is. Everybody is trying in their own way to find him. And we have people on the other side that are friends with Chris and Katie. And they're trying to stop people from searching. They're trying to stop people from putting information out. Hong has been putting out a whole lot. Maybe it got a little too close to home for some of them. Yes. Oh, yes, Lady for Justice. That medical issue, it has me worried as well. Yes. It's just very sad. And I also wonder if the scenario possibly, give me a shout out, my husband thinks it's fake. Hey, D May May, hope you're doing good. Take care of yourself. Hey, hubby. Hong is poking the bear. He really is, yes. But talking about the fluid, guys, if there was such a scenario as they came home from Texas Roadhouse, Chris had snuck up in the house and was there when they got there. Sebastian knew that he shouldn't be there in the home due to the real CPS case that was opened that still has not been closed. So he wasn't supposed to be there. Sebastian's going to speak up. Sebastian says something to him. He mouths off. Katie probably goes to her room so she doesn't have to deal with it. And what if there was just a whack upside the face like what it looks like Katie had done to her face? Could that have been enough to cause some very serious damage, possibly fatal? What if it wasn't Chris home? What if Katie got irritated enough at Sebastian and she's the one that did something, hit him upside the head or something? You know, I mean, that's very serious. It's very serious. It could be very fatal if something like that happened. You know, and therefore there would need to be someone that came in the middle of the night to help her get him out. If there was going to be a cover up, And if YouTube wasn't involved, it would have already been covered up and done, and everybody would be living life back to normal. But here we are. Here we are. Their cover-up will be known the day that justice gets served for Sebastian. The day Sebastian's found, it's going to come out. Because either that child is going to be alive and be able to talk to law enforcement and tell them exactly what happened. Even if they've put him somewhere for safekeeping, they still would go to jail because they've hindered an investigation. They interfered with an investigation. And all those who knew will go with them. But if he's no longer here, I honestly believe his body will tell a story and justice will be served. One way or the other, it's going to happen. Yeah, they would have basically filed a false report. Look at all the taxpayers' dollars paying for all the searches and all the things that happened and the equipment that got brought in. It very well could be, Sped. It could have been an accident of some sort, not done intentionally, but there could have been a freak out as far as, oh my God, what have I done? And let's cover it up, because that seems to be the lifestyle of the Proudfoots and the Bowerstocks. Let's not talk about it. Let's cover it up. Let's call our friends. We'll make this work. So here comes a false report of he ran away. And I honestly believe, and this is my opinion, Rhonda, I'm not sure about the Rehoman thing because of the fact that this case is nationwide. I mean, it's all over the United States. Everywhere. People know about him. I think it would have been too much to keep it this long, is what I believe. But I honestly believe Katie and Chris called the friends. They come do this search. He's not there. He's missing. He has autism. So they're going to have to do so many steps. Get it out to the public, this kind of thing. But after a while, when they scaled down the search after 7 days and started into that investigation mode, that's when things would have slowly went to the wayside. Everybody else's life would have gone back to normal. Katie and Chris could have done their thing, traveled all over, not worried about anything, got out of that house because there's too many bad memories there, moved into another home. All these things could happen, except for YouTube. Except for YouTube. Because go Buffalo Bills. Oh, I was so sad my Texans. They didn't even play worth poo today. Jilly, thank you for being a member for a month. Love you so big for that. Thank you. But we're here. We're not going to let his case go by. Oh my goodness. This chat's going too fast and I keep missing it. Sorry, guys. Someone said Bullhorn Betty isn't only getting charged. Sounds like they're after Oh gosh, another. Lord have mercy. That is one huge thing to me that just sealed it. They're going to file charges, 4 people against Bullhorn Betty. If you have a child missing, you're not going to care who's looking. You're not going to care if she's got a pistol in her car, if she has it on her person. You're not going to care if she carries a machete, if she's going to be out searching in tall grass. You're not going to care if she wants a machete on her person. So if a snake jumps up out of that tall grass, she can chop the head off. It's easier to kill a snake with a machete than to shoot it with a gun. But hey, yeah, Catfish, I don't think they did think it would go so big. Hello to y'all that are just coming in. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all so much. Janice, hope you're well. Yeah, she bought that machete during Summer Wells' case, and she takes it every time she goes on a search. Ugh. Yeah. I just think it's ridiculous. It shows their importance. It shows what really matters to them. And right now, with these cases against Bullhorn Betty, yes, into the darkness. I don't per se like Betty, but she ain't no worse than the people calling her out. It's exactly right. But to have the worry of let's take care of this woman who's helping Seth, by the way, I think that played a part in it. And if you're more concerned about a woman who's putting up flyers on a telephone pole within your yard of your son or your grandson, big whooping do. I think personally it's awful funny that Christopher Proudfoot's going to get up on the stand and say he was scared of her because she was bringing a pistol and a machete. Then, to get his daughter to come stay for the summer, he tells the judge he's not worried about anything. Those judges should talk. They really should. Because either Chris is a scared little baby or he's not scared. What is it? But if you're not scared to bring your daughter to live in the home where a child disappeared from, then you shouldn't be scared of a person looking for the per se child that went missing. And to me, I don't care if it's different courts. That is complete perjury. Not pervy, perjury, which is very illegal. Yeah, they weren't scared of Betty. It was all to piss off Seth. That is my opinion. They don't like Seth, just like they don't like Nina. They don't like anybody that used to be part of Katie or Chris. Yeah, perjury is a felony. You get in trouble for perjuring. You don't get to say one thing at one trial and say another thing at another trial and think it's okay. But Mr. Chris gets to. And if I was the mother of his child, I would definitely get the transcripts from that court. I would get it where he said he was terrified of Betty. And I would be showing it to the judge in the court case for custody. Because you can't be both. You can't have it both ways, Chris. You can't love Sebastian and then turn around and make fun of the way he dances, the way he eats. He's too close up in your space. You can't punish a child and expect every one of us to believe that the CPS lady thought it was ridiculous. The school, who are mandatory reporters, thought it was serious enough to call CPS. I honestly think Nancy Grace should be the judge for Katie and Chris. Seems the only time we got to see Christopher not be so arrogant and cocky. Now, at the end of the week, I believe it is, Seth is going to be on Nancy Grace. I don't know that when it's going to air, though. But just a reminder, yes, Brianna's World, CPS failed that child. Not his teachers at school. They did their reporting. Okay, the other side wants to blame the teachers and Seth. Not at all. So, CPS did. They did not protect that child. And it's like he's living in a home with his mother and his stepfather. They ride him so hard. Take no consideration into the fact that Sebastian gets up in everybody's space because that's who he is. And instead of yelling at him and just continuously just demeaning him for it, teach him. There's this thing you can do as a parent where you teach your child. You have to explain to your child. You have to show your child. But that just seemed to be too much for Katie and Chris. They wanted to put him in a home and let them teach him. Let them handle him. All because his mother and his stepfather didn't have the time for this child, and anything he did was wrong in their eyes. I've heard Katie say 100 times how I just want him to come home. I want him home. I want to find him. I want everybody to stop and think about it. How many times have you heard her say, I love my son so much, it's killing me to not have him by my side? How many times have you heard Katie say how much she loves her son? It's been almost 1 year. Almost 1 year. And I don't think I've heard her say it more than once. Maybe 2 times. It's just not good enough. He deserves better. And yet we have people that support that and want to tear Seth apart. There was a video I got, and I was looking over it today, but you can hear where it's like it shuts off for a second and then it comes back. My first thought was, oh my God, they're piecing things together that Seth has said, turning it into a conversation. I don't even trust anything that gets put out anymore, because that's all they seem to do. We saw the video that they did recreating the night of the flashlights, and they put it out showing us that there's no way possible that those lights happened and were recorded. The funny part was you didn't see the same thing being recorded, the same angle. And instead of having that camera exactly pointing this way, just like the other camera, the real camera was pointing this way, they had theirs on a stick and had it turned, going down the road, not the common area. But we're supposed to believe that. They put out a the trash truck video telling us this was the lights. I've said it before, people, they're doing nothing but insulting our common sense and integrity. Our brain operates different than theirs. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Lady Justice. Lady for Justice, yes. You know, you have to learn. My son that passed away, ADHD, oh my God, the child was so hyper. I gave him Benadryl for his allergies, and it hyped him up even more. I went to the doctor when he was 4 years old, crying because I gave him Benadryl for his running nose and his sneezing and his watery eyes. And yet he was climbing the furniture, bouncing, jumping, all the things. It hyped him up even more, because that's what Benadryl will do if you have hyperactivity. And my doctor told me, that's when the doctor told me, you're going to have to either let us give him medication, which we really didn't want to, but I was to the point to where, oh my gosh, if that's all that's going to help him, I will do it. And the doctor said, but the best medicine he can get is to learn from his mother and his father. He can learn in his home. He can learn what he has, what it does to him. He can learn to see the difference. He can learn that when he has that instinct to just bounce off and go crazy, you know, and he was just thinking he was having fun, just life was grand. But he started learning to identify those times. And that's all we did. Child never took medication for it. He became one of the mellowest people I've ever seen in my life, just laid back, relaxed. But that's because we taught him. And it was hard. It was a struggle. But it was so worth it. And I would do it all over again. But Katie just didn't have the time and the want. Yes, they should have taken Sebastian out of that home a long time ago. Definitely. And my thing with the CPS worker is, if Katie told them that his real father was not part of his life, CPS should have checked into it. They should have looked into it. They should have looked at the court papers that gave his father joint custody. And at that point, they should have acknowledged that the father was in his life and told the father what was happening, because Seth should have known about every single thing, every single time. Yeah, how did they not do it? But from what I'm hearing, Katie supposedly told them his real father's not in his life. Just like she told the police, the sheriff, and all of us that Sebastian ran away. Seems to be a problem with lying, a problem with not telling the truth, a problem of not letting people know exactly what's going on. Because Katie has lied to us from the moment she said he was a runaway. A runaway child would have been seen on camera. The dogs would have picked his scent up had he ran away. There's no place you can go anymore where you're not on camera. There's cameras from the satellite view. People are seen. There's a trail. It just takes time to find it. But there's been nothing of Sebastian. So that tells us he did not run out of that house. If he did, there would have been a scent to follow. If he did, he would have been seen on camera from the house across the street, because their doorbell camera, their Ring camera, has direct access to the Proudfoot's front door. Exactly. When kids run away, they're running from something. He had a great day, remember? He had a great time. He had colossal popcorn. It was the best weekend ever. She made him breakfast. All the things, all the little details we hear about. It was so wonderful. What happened that would have caused him to want to run away after Texas Roadhouse? Because all we know is he went to his room to play. And then she told him to go to sleep. And he was going to bed. And then she hears a noise. The noise later, one time on Nancy Grace, turned into a thud. One time on Nancy Grace, she's reading a book, a chapter for her college work that she's doing online. But yet she had already told us in one interview she fell asleep around 10:30. Chris woke her up around midnight to go to bed. Put the dogs away. The dogs that slept with her when Chris was not home slept in their kennel when he was home. So did she read a chapter, fall asleep at 10:30? He wakes her up in person and says, let's put the dogs away and go to bed. so many scenarios, and all we can do is sit here and talk about them and guess at them because we don't know what happened when they got home from Texas Roadhouse. And everything that we've been told, we can't trust to be as the truth. Yes, Dirty Scoop. But however, there's ways to sneak in there. Probably the same route from Kellen Ove straight across to their backyard. So there's ways. There's ways for it to happen. So I don't know. Were there people at Texas Roadhouse? Was there somebody in that black truck that was watching things, keeping a check on things? Was there someone in the white truck still sitting in the passenger seat the whole entire time it was parked there? And yet we know for a fact it parked there right after Katie and Sebastian got there. And we know for a fact that it did not leave well until after Green Hoodie made her way back through the bushes. YouTuber says, Lolly, what do you think about Hong saying Stafford Court was a decoy and whatever happened to Sebastian took place at the Bowersox house? I think whatever happened, Sebastian was taken away from the house. I honestly believe it would be to his cousin, Danny, his mother, his sister, one of them. I believe that would have been the direction they went to if they did not have it already planned out. So a lot of people think it's pre-planned. It's possible it could be pre-planned, because if it is pre-planned, who?
Ellie.
Not up here.
She was.
She was, but she went downstairs. She might be in her room.
She's not.
Oh, okay. Love you. Sorry. But could Green Hoodie been waiting there for an exchange of some sorts and then moved on? Were the two guys sitting on the bench? Were they anybody? Just sitting to make sure everything took place that needed to take place? Was the white truck an intimidation type of thing for a person to go in there and sit, and Katie noticed them being there, so she had to follow through with the plan? I don't know, folks. The black truck, were they making sure everybody was in place? Was that Chris in Texas Roadhouse that actually talked to Green Hoodie or hand off or whatever? You know, everything is questionable. And it's all because from the very beginning, the story that he ran away, the whole, I woke up at 6 o'clock and at 6:03, I'm in my car on the phone with my husband because he wasn't there. But I looked everywhere. I looked in the house, outside. 3 minutes from the time that woman woke up to the time she got in the car and was on the phone with her husband. We're supposed to believe she looked everywhere. But she didn't drive around the neighborhood first. She drove out of the neighborhood. Sebastian was already lost at that point. He was wherever he was put. And in my opinion, Katie and Chris, mommy socks, sister, none of them, uncle, cousins, whatever, are doing anything to look, because they all know exactly where Sebastian is. They all know. And to hear Nina tell us a story where she said, Christopher, we have court in 2 weeks. She's starting to worry. Oh my goodness, you got all this going on and we've got court coming up. She wasn't like, we're going to have to cancel. It was just more of a concern. You could hear it in her voice, basically. But Chris reminds her, there will be no court. He knew. He knew that in 2 weeks, Sebastian still would not be found, because he knew where Sebastian was, in my opinion. And day one, he's telling Seth, what are you going to do when this thing goes south? Not if, but when, was his words. Seth said, well, what do you mean, go south? He said, I guess I'll be going south. He thought Sebastian went south. We got to go search south then. Chris reminds him, or corrects him. What if he's dead? Hours, just hours after Sebastian's not found in his bed. Hours. And Chris says, what if he's dead? Does Chris know? Does Chris know that Sebastian is no longer alive? I have the hard questions for Chris. Chris is too scared to come up here and answer them. Because my hard questions are basically yes or no. I don't want any extra. I don't have time for your extra, Chris. I just want a yes or no. But we'll never know until we go to court. Until justice is served and Sebastian gets his justice. He is. I think he is. He can charm a lot of them. Don't get me wrong. I could be charmed by some sweet talking man, I've been known to fall for one or two of them doing that, but not Mr. Chris. It ain't going to happen. Would not happen. Trust me. That's it, Pink Warrior. He can't talk without getting all defensive. He has to explain things to make himself look good. I ain't here for making Mr. Chris look good. I'm here for the truth, the answers. I'm here to find Sebastian. That's what I'm here for. That's what you're all here for. I know it is. We want Sebastian found. We want him to have the justice he deserves. And for me, it's not about attacking a mother or a stepfather. For me, it's not about, putting Seth on a pedestal because he's perfect. For me, here on my channel, it's about Katie's words that she's told us, the things she hasn't said, and now her saying absolutely freaking nothing. The words Chris has used to explain every tiny detail of things, but still will not take a polygraph. because I don't believe he has. Cuz, yeah, I ain't got time for that. No, I'm not going to sit up here just to listen to you toot your own horn. It's not what this is about. They did this to themselves. They have put themselves in this position. Exactly, Caroline. I'm not making up these words. I'm not putting things out there. Occasionally, we'll talk about a scenario of possibilities, but that's all they are, is possibilities. But to talk about their words in this interview or that interview, play it, listen to it, talk about it, that's their words. And the mother can't even get details of her last hours with her son correct. And to me, that's huge. Huge for me as a parent who has lost a child. I can still remember every detail of the last time I was with him. His words, his actions, his smile, the hug that he gave me. The very last words my child said to me. I can tell you every detail of it. The clothes he was wearing, where he had just came from, what was happening with him. I could tell you every detail because that is locked in my brain forever. But to be the last person with your child and not be able to tell the same story, not even keep it on the same level, and just add a little tiny detail. These are big details that keeps getting added. You've locked away that horrible night, haven't you, Katie? You're trying to keep it away from your memories, aren't you, Katie? So very sad to even think of it. Oh, yeah. It's just not something I really want to do, is sit here and attack a mother. No way. It's not what I want. But I also want this child to be found. And I want him to be found more than I want to coddle Katie. I believe in Seth. I do. But I don't sit here and coddle him. If I had questions pertaining to Seth, they would be asked. I would be saying something. But there are things that are being put out everywhere pertaining to nothing to do with Sebastian. All for the purposes of making Seth look bad. It's just not right. But it also tells us how desperate they are. We listened yesterday to some of those creators who were talking about the time that Katie had made 2 different decisions at 2 different times. And yet all of that was before Sebastian was born. So how is that going to help find Sebastian today? It doesn't. It's none of our business. It doesn't pertain to the situation he was living in at the time he disappeared. It doesn't pertain to Seth and who Seth is. It doesn't pertain to Katie. being Sebastian's mother. But they're going to bring it out. And yet, because I have an opinion, I'm the bad person over here. It didn't even happen, Tina Girl said. It's horrible. It should never be talked about. But I'll tell you this. The things that were happening in that home within that month before Sebastian went missing, that very well could pertain to the disappearance of Sebastian. And yet they won't speak about it. They're not putting that little tidbit of information out to their friends so their friends can put it out into the public, right? Not that. Let's talk about something Seth did or didn't have anything to do with over 16 years ago. Let's avoid all of that so that we can make Seth look bad starting 20 years ago. How in the hell does that help us to find Sebastian today? It doesn't. And that is coming from their friends. We heard it yesterday. None of them on panel denied it. Not one. It's crazy, folks. But here we are, still talking about him. I still have questions. Who saw him go out of his home at midnight on the 26th? I want to know who gave that TV reporter that story, because somebody has a lot of explaining to do. Yes, Lady for Justice. Seth always comes with his receipts. Of course, the other side, they don't. So it's crazy. But we keep going. We keep talking about everything. But we want to know what happened to Sebastian. We want to know, where is Sebastian? We want to know, how can we go get Sebastian? And it may be that Sebastian gets to come back, but he doesn't get to go to any parent's house at this point. I don't know. But then again, do you trust the Department of Children's Safety? They're the ones that let him down. Do you trust them to not let him go to live with his parents? One of his parents? I don't know. It's crazy. It is crazy. And guys, it's not over with yet. Be prepared. And definitely be prepared to be over at the Lore Lodge tomorrow night. Go over there and hit that notification, because Aiden will be interviewing SF Shill Fisher. It's going to be big. It's going to be good. Oh, yeah. Lady for Justice, I'm sure. But with everything that's been put out, Sebastian, if he was to come home today, they may not let him go to either parent until it's all straightened out and figured out. But that's the other side doing it. That's how bad they're screwing with Sebastian in his case. If Sebastian was to walk in to a convenience store and say, I need to use a phone, my name's Sebastian, I need to call. He dials 911 and they get him and take him to Sumner County. Make sure they get him there. Where does he go? Because we have talked of everything about what the mother and the stepfather have said. They've made themselves look bad. Their words. And because of it, it pisses them off enough that let's hate on Seth. So their friends over there are hating on Seth and creating a disaster when it comes to Seth. An ex parte hearing, yeah, there would have to be, I'm sure. But the other side, doing everything they're doing for the mother and the stepfather, that are giving them and feeding them the information. They're putting it out there, twisting and turning it. Even though it might be alleged, they're putting it out as truth. And all they are doing is messing with Sebastian's life. Because if he was to walk in the door right now, there's enough questions lingering on both sides that there's a possibility he wouldn't even be able to go to either side at this point. They would have to get it all figured out. All because of hatred from grown-up people. Yeah, Lady for Justice, I'm sure once they start looking into things that they'll be able to see Seth has all of his receipts lined up in order, ready to go. I would love to see him get custody right now of Sebastian. And he would be able to make the decisions and make the calls needed. But I don't know, guys. It's crazy. It's stupid. It's insane. People are being threatened to have their head cut off. Why? Because you don't like Seth. Somebody make it make sense, because it doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense. If you don't like somebody, then just ignore them and walk away. Don't look at them. Don't listen to them. Don't talk about them. Just go on about your business and live your life the way you want to. Yeah, Fundiski, she says, to the hospital, then to the FBI, and LE would debrief Sebastian to find out what has happened in the last 12 months. And then the therapist would check him out, the introduction with the family. That child's going to need, he's going to need therapy. He's going to need somebody to help him understand. He's going to need to learn how to live with his feelings. because wherever he is, he might not realize everything that's being said, everything that's being done. So, alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on about 3 o'clock. There's other creators that are going to go live earlier, so that we can all be done by the time the Lore Lodge gets ready to do, because we're all going to be there. We all need to be there. We need to be there to support Seth and be Sebastian's army and not let the lies be put out. So, thank you all so much for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up if you like what we're doing. Thank you to all those who donated memberships, became a member. I appreciate y'all more than you could ever begin to imagine. Thank you. Feels good when people believe in what you're doing. And that's you guys. So we'll see y'all tomorrow, probably around, y'all keep a check out, but probably around 3-ish. 3:30 is what I'm going to try to do. What was it? Yes. Blatant. The surveillance never showed Sebastian walking out of his home. No. So, alrighty, guys. Everybody take care. Stay warm. Don't let this winter storm get you too cold. Get you some hot chocolate. Get you some blankets. Snuggle up. Watch some movies. Y'all be good. Good night, my friend. So good to see you tonight. Thank you for being here. Good night, Sandra, TJ, everybody. I love y'all so much. Love and hugs, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.